to our Saturday Flow. Happy February if you happen to be watching this. It is February, Black History Month. I'm so excited. It is the first of the month. It is the first Saturday of the month. It is Black History Month. It is all the things. And guess what? We have chair yoga. Of course, we're doing chair yoga. So we gotta first pick our intention. How you feeling? Ooh, January is over. I feel like January was like the longest month. All right, we got to pick our intention word. And I figured I would kind of Vanna bring in the intention word. There we go. So yesterday's intention word was change. And let's pick our intention word for today. All right. How you feeling today? Definitely let me know in the comments. So today we're going to do a practice all on hips. All right, I'm going to pull this one out. Let's see. All right, I love it. I'm going to bring my little Vanna chair off to the side. There we go. All right, are we ready for the intention word? Today's intention word is evolve. We got to do some evolving for real with all this craziness that's happening in the world for sure. We're going to evolve. We're going to grow from here. That's all we can do is evolve. So yes, today's intention word is evolve. All right. Are you liking the music? This is all Black artists. So we're going to continue to vibe out with this music. I hope that you enjoy it. Again, today's chair practice, it's going to focus on those hips. We're going to get your body working. Maybe you were sitting a lot. You know, it's still cold. It's still winter, maybe depending on where you are. And we start to move a little bit less. But we want to move our bodies a little bit here. So we're going to get a little bit of that strength building in our hips. And I'm going to set my watch because I always forget. So if you have a watch or some type of activity tracker, go ahead and set that for yoga because we're going to get started, all right? So bring yourself to a nice comfortable seat on your chair, preferably one that doesn't have any wheels and preferably one that doesn't have any arms. What do you do if you have one or both of those? Well, you can put it against a wall so that the wheels don't roll. You can put it under a corner. You can even put something underneath so that it doesn't roll as well. You have those options, all right? So let's go ahead and get ourselves settled. Uncross your legs, bring your feet down. Maybe take your hands into your lap. Or maybe if you feel like, okay, I need something to do with my hands, maybe you can take a mudra, finger mudra. You can interlace the last 3 fingers and then maybe the top 2 or keep them open and bring those hands out. So just allow your body to just be grounded here. I want you to feel your sit bones, feel your seat completely. Get nice and even, readjust if you like. Because how we start our practice is with the breath. Prana is so important. When we breathe in and out, we take those intentional breaths. So I want you to take a few with me, nice intentional breaths. So I want you to breathe in through your nose or maybe your mouth if your nose is congested. Hold at the top. Exhale, release through the mouth or the nose. Allow the body to soften. We're going to do that 2 more times at your own pace. And maybe your body feels a little bit more calm here. All right, we're thinking about how that breath in this practice is going to evolve. So if you've done your finger mudra, feel free to wiggle those fingers, place your hands onto your lap. And we're going to start to roll our shoulders. Because one of those things that happen, especially when we're sitting a lot, is we get that tech neck. Depending on if you're watching TV, if you're reading, if you're looking at your phone, we tend to slouch our shoulders, round our shoulders, and bring our neck down, right? So we want to reverse some of that. Let's bring our shoulders back. And as we roll our shoulders back, think about squeezing those shoulder blades together. So bring it back, squeeze it together. And I want you to bring it back and hold, and maybe see if you can grab the base of the seat. Wherever the base of the seat is, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Maybe if it feels good, you can start to grab the back of the chair if you have one. Bringing that chest forward. Breathe. And if it's possible, let's take our chin down towards our chest. Feeling that stretch along the back of the neck. Imagine bringing those shoulder blades together. Bringing our shoulders back. We're going to take right ear, right shoulder. Nice gentle stretch. If this is too intense, feel free to walk those hands back. And take it back up to center and over to the opposite side. Again, you can always bring your shoulders back. Maybe one side is a little bit different. With every breath, soften your body. And take it right back up to center. We're going to take our chin up towards the ceiling. Feeling that stretch all along the front of the neck. And gently take it back to center. Release those hands. We're going to roll our wrist up as we bring them up overhead. Roll your wrist. And bring those palms to face each other overhead. Relax your shoulders. We're going to bring our chin down. Slowly begin to guide those hands a little bit behind you. You're going to feel that stretch on your shoulders. And slowly bring it to neutral as you roll the wrist back down. Maybe you roll them the opposite way. All right. Now, I promised you some hip stuff. I promised you a little bit of strength building. Are you ready for that? We worked up that upper body. Now we got to focus on the lower body. All right. So let's first start with the feet. So our toes should be on the ground connecting with the earth. And maybe we start by just lifting our right heel up. Lift that right heel up. Press those toes into the ground. Feel free to readjust wherever you need to. Lower that heel down. Lift the opposite heel up. Let's start to get that strength in the calf. We're going to work our way up. And let's pedal the feet. Pedal. Bringing up opposite heels. There we go. You got this. All right, now let's bring both heels up together. So toes are down, heels are up. Feel that stretch along the calf. Now we're going to incorporate some balance here with our arms as well as our legs. So let's start to get into that right now. We're going to sweep our arms back. If you have a back of the chair, just hold on to the arms if you have an arm of the chair. If not, if your arms are free with no arms to the chair, bring your arms back. Lean it forward. You feel those hips start to activate? You feel it? Now from the side, it's going to look like this. Breathe. All right, we're going to lower the heels. We're going to bring the arms overhead. Lower the heels, bring the arms overhead. All right, we're going to go into that one more time. Bring the heels up. Shift the arms back. All right, now do you start to feel those hips start to activate? Yes. All right, let's see if we can pedal right here. Pedal. How those hips working? All right. Let's leave them both up. Sweep those arms back up overhead. Lower the heels. Take the arms down by your side. Yes. All right. Let's start by just windshield wipering our knees. Maybe move towards the edge of your chair so you can really move those knees. We're starting to warm up those hips. You got it? Warm up your hips. All right, now I want you to butterfly out your knees, soles of the feet to touch. Butterfly out your knees. You're hanging off the edge of the chair. Breathe. Now I want you to take your right arm up, nice T arm. Breathe. You're going to cross that opposite arm over towards the opposite hip. Bring the arm over across the body. Yes. Full stretch here. If you'd like to intensify the stretch, gaze up towards that elbow. Oh, did you feel that side stretch all the way? Let's take it back. Goalpost arms. Both goalpost arms here. Now let's take the opposite hand. You know where we're going. Cross it over. Ooh, gaze up. How does that feel? Back to center. Both arms here. All right, let's bring the hands down. Let's close up those thighs. Let's come back to that windshield wiper. All right, we're warming it up. I want you to make an L shape. We're going to take that right knee off to the side. Make an L shape here with your knees. You can come back onto your chair. Back onto your chair, we're going to take that opposite elbow. Let's bring it forward. All right, now this could be the stretch right here. You may start to feel it. Now you can stay right here, or maybe you sweep that opposite arm overhead. Overhead, overhead. Breathe. Yes. Gaze up towards that elbow if that feels good. Open up through that side body. And take it right back. All right, can we take our elbow onto the right leg now? And we open it off to the side. Let's open up those hips. Breathe. Gaze up towards that elbow if you'd like to extend that stretch. Take it right back to center. Let's close up the knees. Give it a little rock. Same thing on the opposite side. You ready? Let's open it out. L shape here. Readjust your body. You know where we're going. Let's bring that forearm down. Come forward. Again, this could be the stretch right here. Opposite sides may vary. So you can stay just right here. Or maybe you take that arm and you bring it over. Yes. Gaze up towards that elbow if that feels good. Let's take it back. Let's take that elbow onto the opposite side now. You know where we're going. You know where we're headed. Sweep it over. Gaze up towards that elbow. Now imagine rotating your chest open. Very nice. Let's bring it back. Let's close up the knees. Windshield wiper. All right, can we come back to that L shape? We're going right back to the other side. But this time, we're going to do a little reverse action. So we're going to reverse, almost as if we're reversing our warrior. So let's take our arm out in front. Let's take our arm out and back. All right, and let's bring the arms opposite. Let's windmill the arms back. So gaze up, front arm up, lift up through the chest. Now let's bring that forearm down, sweep it over. Breathe. Open up, rotate that chest, open up. Let's bring it back. Ooh, close up the thigh. Give it a rock. Same thing on the other side. Same thing, same thing. Let's go. Bring it off to the side. Readjust. You know where we're heading. Bring that opposite arm out, front arm out. Back arm to a T. And let's reverse. Lift up through the chest. Yes, nice and long. And let's bring it over. Side angle here. Rotate that chest open. And let's bring it back up. Whew. Bring the knee back forward. Rock the knee out. All right. I think we've done a little bit on both sides. I think those hips are a little bit warm. Let's bring out those knees nice and wide. Now bring your knees out as wide as you can get them. Come towards the edge of your chair. We're going to first start with those arms down, hands over our knees. And I want you to just lean to the right. This can be a stretch right here. Just lean to the right. Breathe, lift through the chest. Lean to the left. Now, if you feel like, okay, this is where I want to stay, when you come back to the other side, you can lean. So come back to that first side. If you'd like to take it a little bit further and readjust your feet if you need to, I want the knees to track right under ankles. You can take that forearm down. Ooh, how does that feel right there? Can you extend it a little bit more? Maybe bring that arm overhead. Very nice. Can we extend just a little bit more? Let's start to walk that opposite leg out. Let's start to straighten that leg. Ooh, how do we feel? How do we feel here? Can we turn that foot to where we're on that pinky toe edge? Does this pose look familiar to you? Yes, it is definitely a yoga pose. For sure, gaze up. And let's reverse. We're bringing everything together. Here we go. Let's take it back to a T. Oof. Let's drop the hands. Let's walk that back foot in. Walk it in, walk it in, walk it in, walk it in. Let's come back to our goddess. Come back to that wide angle stance. All right. We rock to this side. Can we rock to this side? Yes, you got this. Maybe we take our forearm down. If that feels good, maybe we sweep that arm overhead. Now you're welcome to stay just like this. Or maybe you start to walk that toe out and straighten that opposite leg. And then we start to pivot that foot to that pinky toe edge. Very nice. Nice long, clean lines here. And can we reverse? Breathe. Let's take it to a T. Let's drop the hands. Let's walk that back foot in. Come back to that wide leg. Readjust your body. All right, I want you to make a little circle. Come around and come back. Ooh, you feeling that in the hips? Are you feeling that in the hips? For sure. All right. Can we pause wherever we are? Let's go the opposite way. I feel like sometimes it's harder to go the opposite way. All right. One more. We're going to pause in the front. We're going to dip that right shoulder, look towards the left. Come back to center. Dip the opposite shoulder. Look across. Look over your shoulder. Come back to center. We're going to bring those toes to track forward. Track the toes forward. We're going to bring our arms up overhead. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Gaze up towards the hands. And we're going to begin to bring those hands down towards the floor. Now, if the floor is not accessible, feel free to bring them onto your lap and just take a flat back. If you like to take one hand to the floor, you're welcome to. And maybe if it feels comfortable, both hands, and relax the head. I want you to take 2 full cycles of breath. Release your shoulders. Release the tension on the knees. Soften your toes. Really feel those hips start to open. Let's slowly begin to come up. If your hands are down, let's press into the fingertips and let's extend the arms. We're going to come up nice and slow. So we're going to take one hand to the thigh, if you don't already, and then both hands to the thigh. Press into the feet as we slowly curl our bodies up to a comfortable seat. Very nice. Let's go ahead and turn those toes right back out. Readjust your body. Give it a little rock. Sometimes it takes a little bit even coming up from a seated position, and a forward fold, no doubt. We're going to take those hands to cactus or goalpost arms. Just take a second to let this one sink in. Breathe. And if it feels comfortable, we're going to start to bring that elbow, shift it over towards the side. Shift it over, shift it over. Maybe extend that top arm. Yes. Let's take it back. Bring it back to center. Same thing on the opposite side. Let's bring that elbow down. You're welcome to stay just like this, or maybe extend that arm. Breathe, gaze up towards that elbow if it feels good. Let's take it back to center. Can we turn our bodies towards the right side? No, just the upper torso. So turn your gaze and your upper torso over. You got this. Yes, yes. And take it back to center. And over towards the opposite side. And back to center. Take those arms up overhead. Press it down, back to cactus arms. And let's see if we can lift up one heel. Let's start with our right. Let's lift up one heel. Ooh, that's starting to activate those hips. Let's lower that heel. Let's bring up the opposite heel. Opposite results may vary and may take a little second. And let's lower it down. Can we try with both heels up? Ooh, both heels up. You got this. Breathe. Now you're going to feel this in the hips and the inner thighs. You may even start to feel this in the groin area. Listen to your body. We're evolving this practice. You feel it? You feel it? All right, let's keep those heels up and let's bring those arms up overhead. Gaze up towards the hands. Palms will face. On that exhale, let's bring the hands back down to cactus arm. We're still keeping those heels up. Let's take it up one more time. Bring the arms up overhead. Gaze up towards the hands. Palms will face. Take it back to cactus arms. Let's release the hands and the heels. Lower it down. Let's go ahead and dip one knee off to the side. Let's turn that toe towards where our body is facing. Now our bodies are facing this way. We're kind of in our lunge position. I want you to let that hip hang off of the chair. So if it's comfortable, maybe even grab the back of the chair. I want you to just let that hip hang. We're going to take that outside arm, that one that's closest to that knee that's down, and let's lift it up. Breathe. You got this. Now let's see if we can walk that back foot out to start to straighten that leg into that complete lunge. Whew. Let's start to get the strength of that leg. Feel free to hold on to the back of the chair if you have one. Let that hip relax as we find the strength in that back leg. Take one more full cycle of breath in this power. And on that exhale, let's lower the hand. Let's walk that back foot back towards our body. Come up and sit. Ooh, how does that feel? Give it a little rock. All right, we're going to do the same thing to the opposite side. So let's start to dip that knee. Dip that knee. We turn towards the opposite side. Readjust. We're on the ball of that back foot. You can hold on to the chair. And let's bring that arm up. Breathe. Now this could be it right here. I'm going to bring that knee back in line. This can be it right here. Or maybe you start to walk that back heel out. Let's start to straighten that leg. Let's feel that strength. Breathe. Maybe you gaze up. Yes. Let's take 2 more full cycles of breath right here. And let's bring the hand down. Let's walk that back foot in. Let's take it back to center. Now let's just dip our knees. Those lunges are done. Woo! Yes. All right, can we take both knees together? Maybe those pinky toes come off of the ground. Readjust your body into your seat. I'm going to get nice and centered here. Sitting up nice and tall. Softening my knees. And then I'm going to bring those knees back out and take those heels together and soles of the feet together back into that butterfly position. Just give myself a little bit of energy here. How are you liking the playlist? All right, let's go ahead and bring the knees back together. Give them a little windshield wiper rock. And we're going to start to just ease our body down. So I want you to come back onto your chair, not all the way to the back. And we're going to bring that one knee in. I'm going to start with my right. I'm going to hug that knee into the chest. Whatever's comfortable, maybe right here is good. Whatever feels comfortable to you. Let's hug it in towards the chest. Still keep your chest lifted. Maybe we give it that little rock from side to side. Ooh. All right, can we cross that leg over? Nice figure 4 cross. There we go. All right, this could be a nice little cool down. You can stay just like this, or maybe you'd like to give it a little lean forward. Just a little one. From the side, it's gonna look like this. Just a little lean forward. Still keeping that back nice and straight, chest forward. We're feeling that stretch along the outside of the hips and the glutes. Slowly coming back up to center. We're gonna hug that knee back into the chest. And let's lower it down. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So I'm gonna come back to center. Same thing on the other side. Let's hug that knee in. Breathe, yes, breathe. Give it a little rock from side to side. Ooh. And let's cross it over. Same thing, you're welcome to stay just like this, or maybe you like to hinge it forward. Breathe. I don't know about you, but that feels amazing to me. All right, let's slowly bring it back up. Let's take it down. Give it a little windshield wiper rock. And I want you to take any pose that feels good to you. So maybe you may notice like, okay, Tianna, we didn't do this. I really want to feel this in my body. So maybe you'd like to do that. I invite you to take any pose that feels good to you. I like to sometimes stretch my feet out. So I'm going to walk my feet forward. And I'm going to show you this from the side. So I'm going to walk my feet forward. I'm going to hold on to the side of the chair. And I'm just going to lift my body up. So just lift those hips up because that feels good to me. Just give it a little lift. Come back into your seat. Walk those feet back in. And I want you to take a nice, comfortable position on your chair. So if you have a back of the chair, you can lean back if that's comfortable. Place your feet on the ground. Again, you can come back to that mudra where you're interlacing the fingers and maybe keep it open or maybe connect the thumb. Give yourself that opportunity to come back to your breath. Taking those inhales and exhales. Thinking about how this practice has evolved. And as you release the tension on your toes, just lift them up, relax them down. Let's soften our knees. And even in this finger mudra, just release the tension on your fingers. Melt your shoulders down on the exhale. Gently unclench your jaw. Release the tension in between your eyes. And let's come back to our prana, our breath. Inhale in. And exhale, release. And we're going to take about 2 to 3 breaths in silence. But don't worry, I'm here holding space for you. And I'll let you know when to come back. And as we slowly begin to bring awareness back into our bodies, back into the space around us, we can begin to wiggle our toes. We can start to breathe a little bit deeper. You can release that finger mudra. Maybe move the fingers in a way that feels good to you. If you're leaning on the back of the chair, maybe start to slowly lift yourself where you're supporting your spine. We're going to take those hands, bring them to our heart center with our thumbs towards our chest. And we thank ourselves for showing up for us today. Saying, you know what, I'm going to do this for me. And we thank our bodies for showing up and supporting us in the practice. I'm sure that practice evolved for you. And I want to thank you for allowing me to be a part of your day. Thank you for spending your time, your energy. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of that. And I hope that you take this energy with you off the mat and share it with others because energy is infectious and we want to share the good stuff. Right? Until next time, I cannot wait to practice with you again. Namaste. All right. Ooh, we stand. We bring those arms up. Oh, how is that practice for you? I hope that you enjoyed it. Oh, all right. We're going to turn up the music just a little bit. I see we got so many people. Yes, thank you so much for being a part of it. I really, really appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, definitely give it a thumbs up. This was one. We worked those hips today. Even though we didn't even stand up, we still worked the hips. How crazy is that, right? If you sit a lot, walk, move your body, forward fold, all the things, but you still can get a great practice and a great yoga practice if you just have a chair. So I thank you so much. I see we got a whole, I tell you, my moderator, shout out to my moderator, just be doing just the work. I thank you so much. Tamisha, good morning. How are you? Thank you so much. I see Hate with the Plate. Hello. All of my people, my day one. Thank you for being here. Tangi, hey. Brandon, hey. All right. Thank you for the practice. I thank you so much. It's always great to have you here. I thank you. I thank you so much for being here. And I thank you for being a part of it. I really do. I thank you so much. And I cannot wait to practice with you again. If you enjoyed it, remember to tell a friend to tell a friend. And guess what? I got something else for you. There is a yoga retreat happening October. All right. This one is going to be for business professionals, for entrepreneurs, where you just need to get away, but maybe you need to work on your business. That's what we're doing in October. So check out my website. It's special invitation. So not everybody can come, but I got you. It's here. I'm so excited. So go to my website for more information, and I will see you next time. Have a good weekend. Peace.